Welcome to my channel, a place where I share profound medical knowledge about human health, especially those lesser discussed yet extremely important aspects of life in old age. Today, I want to talk about a topic that many men over 70 tend to avoid or don't fully understand: masturbation in old age. This is not merely a physiological release, but carries new meanings that require awareness and subtle adaptation according to changes in the body and mind. When entering the 70s, our bodies no longer respond as they did in youth. The cardiovascular system, circulation, nervous system, and sensations all show clear differences. Old masturbation habits, if practiced roughly, can lead to problems such as dizziness, pelvic muscle fatigue, and even affect prostate health. Moreover, excessive use of highly stimulating forms such as pornography can reduce the ability to enjoy genuine sexual pleasure and cause psychological disorders like anxiety and depression. Masturbation does not only affect the physical body but also has deep emotional and social impacts. For many, it can become a coping mechanism for loneliness or loss, but if not properly recognized, it may also lead to isolation and a feeling of emptiness in the soul. Therefore, masturbation in old age needs to be reconsidered, practiced gently, with understanding and respect for the body, while encouraging comprehensive care for both mental and physical health. Through this video, I will help you better understand these changes and how to adapt to maintain health and full happiness in later years. When men reach their 70s, they undergo many natural physiological changes that not everyone understands or accepts easily. The cardiovascular system, blood circulation, nervous system, and reproductive organs no longer function as vigorously or sensitively as in youth. This directly affects how the body responds during masturbation, a behavior once very familiar but now requiring new subtlety and knowledge. First, cardiovascular endurance and resilience decline with age. While vigorous, fast, and frequent masturbation might not have caused issues before, in older adults, overly strong or sudden exertions can easily cause dizziness, rapid heartbeat, and even increased circulatory stress. Therefore, masturbation should proceed slowly and gently, combined with deep breathing to maintain relaxation and health safety. Second, the nervous system and sensations also change. Sensitivity in the skin, especially in the genital area, gradually decreases, causing many men to lose the intense pleasure they once felt. To compensate, gentler and more refined masturbation techniques help enhance sensation without causing damage or fatigue to the pelvic muscles, which are crucial for sexual and urinary function. Additionally, pelvic muscles become more prone to fatigue and weakness with age. Excessive, fast, or prolonged masturbation can lead to lower abdominal discomfort or urinary problems such as leakage or difficulty urinating. Thus, understanding and listening to one's body is key to maintaining comfort and safety during the activity. In summary, for men over 70, masturbation is no longer a race for speed or intensity, but a slow, mindful journey harmonizing with physiological changes to ensure sustainable and healthy pleasure. Adapting and respecting personal limits is the first step to preserving overall health and improving quality of life in old age. Another equally important aspect often overlooked by older adults is the impact of pornography overuse on sexual and mental health. In today's digital age, access to highly stimulating images and videos is easier than ever. However, consuming excessive amounts of such content, especially highly stimulating pornography, can cause subtle but serious negative effects, especially for those over 70. Science shows that the central nervous system is very sensitive to dopamine, a neurotransmitter closely linked to excitement and pleasure. Watching too much intense pornography can numb the brain's natural dopamine response, leading to diminished interest in real-life sexual experiences. This explains why many older men struggle to find joy or satisfaction in intimate moments with partners or through natural masturbation. Beyond pleasure, Overexposure to pornography is associated with psychological issues such as memory problems, anxiety, and even mild depression. These mood disturbances make older adults feel lonely, lose confidence, and become less interested in social relationships, which are essential for overall health and emotional stability. Therefore, I often advise my elderly patients to choose milder, more authentic sources of stimulation, or even rely on imagination to reconnect with natural and deep feelings of arousal. Reducing dependence on pornography can help restore the ability to enjoy real sensations, improve mood, and minimize related disorders. In short, awareness and selective reception of sexual stimuli are vital in adapting to aging. This approach not only protects brain health but also maintains emotional balance, helping sexual life in the 70s become more fulfilling and complete. When discussing sexual and physiological health in men at 70, the prostate cannot be overlooked, an organ that plays a crucial role but is also prone to age-related problems. Most men over 50 experience benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH), meaning the prostate enlarges, putting pressure on the urethra and affecting urinary function as well as sexual ability. Improper masturbation habits can increase pressure on the prostate and pelvic muscles, especially when using excessive force, delaying ejaculation, or trying to hold back orgasm. These habits not only cause lower abdominal pain and discomfort, but may also lead to prostate inflammation, swelling, or exacerbate urinary problems such as frequent urination, painful urination, or incontinence. Moreover, excessive stimulation and lack of gentleness in masturbation can strain pelvic muscles, which are already weakened and fatigued with age. This impacts not only pleasure but also leads to long-term health issues such as hip and pelvic pain, even affecting bladder control. Understanding the limits and changes of the prostate is key for older men to maintain comprehensive sexual and physical health. Masturbation should be done gently and patiently without trying to speed up or prolong excessively. Paying attention to body signals like pain, discomfort, or changes in urination helps detect prostate problems early, allowing timely specialist consultation and treatment if needed. Thus, caution and proper care of the prostate help not only maintain safe sexual pleasure but also improve quality of life, reduce complications, and support long-term health in old age. Beyond physical changes, masturbation in older adults carries deep emotional and social meanings, aspects many people rarely notice or openly discuss. In old age, many men face feelings of loneliness, loss, or even sadness due to divorce, loss of a spouse, or separation from children and grandchildren. In this context, masturbation sometimes becomes a temporary way to relieve emotions, reduce emptiness, and provide momentary comfort. However, if not clearly recognized, masturbation can easily turn into a negative coping mechanism, replacing essential social and emotional connections. Over-reliance on this behavior may cause emotional isolation, leaving older adults numb or disconnected from the outside world. They may gradually withdraw from social activities, reduce interaction with friends and family, and experience deeper loneliness. To maintain mental and emotional health, it is important to recognize when masturbation becomes merely a quick fix rather than a natural source of joy. Instead of letting it dominate, older adults should seek healthier ways to rebuild connection and happiness in life, such as joining clubs, social groups, light physical activities, or even seeking psychological support when needed. In reality, nurtured and shared emotions enhance quality of life and help older adults feel valued and happier. This also lays the foundation for comprehensive and sustainable sexual satisfaction, not only through masturbation but including genuine intimacy and affection with loved ones or the community. In summary, masturbation in old age is not simply a physical act but also a mirror reflecting emotional and social states. Balancing physiological needs with mental health care is the key to living a peaceful and fulfilling life at any stage of life. One common challenge men over 70 often face Related directly to their sexual life is erectile dysfunction and the accompanying psychological pressures. Natural physiological changes with age cause declines in erectile ability, duration of erection, and sexual desire. However, this does not mean the end of sexual life. Rather, it calls for a proper understanding and appropriate care. Yet, many fall into anxiety and self-blame for no longer having the performance they once did, creating a vicious cycle of stress and fear of failure. This condition not only lowers life quality but also negatively affects physiological responses. Elevated cortisol, the stress hormone, weakens erectile function and reduces satisfaction when masturbation becomes a performance test. Men can easily feel pressured and disappointed, turning the experience into a source of stress instead of relaxation and enjoyment. This further increases difficulty in achieving pleasure and may lead to long-term sexual health issues. Therefore, one of the most important factors in maintaining sexual health in old age is shifting the perspective on masturbation and sex from focusing on performance to emphasizing self-care, gentleness, and understanding the body's needs. Relieving pressure and lowering unrealistic expectations help reduce stress hormones, enhance relaxation, and improve physiological responses. Additionally, older adults should not hesitate to seek medical advice or psychological support if they encounter difficulties. Advances in modern medicine have effectively treated many cases of erectile dysfunction, contributing to improved quality of life and confidence. Openness and proactive sexual health care are expressions of self-respect and self-love essential for aging with vitality and happiness. In conclusion, masturbation for men over 70 is not merely a physiological act but a complex journey requiring deep and subtle understanding of bodily and emotional changes. Instead of chasing speed or intensity as in youth, approaching masturbation with gentleness and respect for physiological limits helps reduce risks to the cardiovascular system, prostate, and pelvic muscles. At the same time, decreasing dependence on excessive stimulation from pornography helps reconnect with genuine sensations, enhancing the quality of pleasure. Moreover, masturbation should not be the sole outlet for emotional relief but balanced with social connections and healthy activities to maintain mental and emotional well-being. Importantly, changes in sexual ability are not an end but an opportunity to adjust self-care approaches, avoid pressure and anxiety about performance factors that negatively affect sexual health. By viewing masturbation as part of a healthy lifestyle practiced with understanding, respect, and appreciation of oneself, older men can preserve their health, enjoy joy, and achieve deep satisfaction. This is the key to living happily and fully in the later years of life.